Download the BCSN Plus app today. Local sports all the time. Visit bcsnnation.com for details. Discounts may apply.
Yeah, obviously very proud of our football team. A very tough opponent, Western Kentucky. Thought there was a great home environment tonight. Good to be back in the Glass Bowl. Good to see some of the week one mistakes off the videotape and for us to take the next step. Obviously aided by a hot start, 2 turnovers, and really as a total team in any sport, when you can turn points in off of those turnovers, I think it's massive momentum swings that occur in the course of a football game. So we're able to ride that wave a little bit, found some rushing yards, found some consistency in that area offensively, and we were able to do a good job in the hidden yardage battle, I think, in the special teams in the kicking game. So great win for our team. With that being said, I'll take your questions.
You guys talked earlier this week about wanting to start fast. Usually that kind of equates to think of offense starting fast, but when it's your defense that does it, how big of a boost kind of does that give the entire team?
Yeah, I mean, we're a team that consistently tries to defer if we win the toss. We would like to have the possession to start the third quarter historically here, and that's pretty much a known thing. So, when you give the team the ball to start the game, and then to be able to get points out of it when they start with it, I mean, it's a huge momentum swing. And then, to have it happen again with the pick six, I mean, great individual play there. And, I think our defensive coaches deserve a little bit of credit here, too, of a good plan. That's a real passing attack we just played, and I thought we affected the quarterback consistently. 23 completions, and he gets 235 yards passing. He still had a good game, but a lot of that was in the second half, I thought. And good attack, good passing attack that we had to do a good job limiting. Credit our defense for that.
And then, Chip, we heard obviously so much about him throughout the offseason. The game he had today, is this kind of what you guys have envisioned?
Well, I mean, you get, he goes 14 for 164. Kenji's 15 for 91, 300 rushing yards. So, there's 5 guys up front that, that take a lot of criticism around here. And that did a really good job, I thought, from start to finish. Obviously Chip is a tremendous talent individually. Kenji's a tremendous talent individually. I thought the guys on the perimeter did a good job of setting edges and blocking on the perimeter. And those guys, when you get them to the one guy that's left, and if you get the rest of them blocked, I like our chances, more times than not with either one of those guys. So, we got to get our running game consistently to set the table for everything else we do. Yeah, I mean, obviously, those personal things will be things I'll look back on someday when I'm done doing this. But, I talk to our team all the time about the history of our program and what it's like to walk through these halls and to see all the great players that have come before them. I don't think that's any different on the coaching front of it. I mean, there's been tons of great coaches that have come through this place before me. And I don't think you can really take anything or move anything forward if you don't respect, where the program has come from. So I've always thought to keep that in mind from the day that I got the job here. It's a tremendous amount of responsibility to be the head coach here, one that I take a lot of pride in, and really just being a product of other people around me. I have a lot of staff members here that have been with me the whole time. This is not just mine, it's theirs too. So proud to be associated with really good coaches and really good people in a program that really cares about winning, in a place that that loves football. And ultimately we were able to recruit student athletes to believe those same things, and it's really special to be with those guys in the locker room today.
What's the update on Tucker?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll wait and see. Obviously, he wasn't able to go back in the game, so we'll wait and see here early in the week on what it looks like.
What did you think about that hit? I mean, you were kind of screaming at their sideline in the heat of the moment.
I wasn't screaming at anybody's sideline today. I was screaming at somebody else today.
When you were saying that,
yeah. I think that, anytime somebody goes low, initially when you look at it, you ultimately, your mind goes to one place. I don't, after watching the videotape on the iPad on the side, I don't think it was a bad hit. You know what I mean? I just think it's one of those things, you're caught in the moment, your quarterback goes down, and but I don't think there's any ill intent there.
For you to break the record in the home opener, that's the biggest part in Toledo, how much does that add to the moment?
Yeah, I mean, obviously to do it in front of our fans, obviously to do it in front of family, you know what I mean? Have your people around you consistently here on home games and that kind of thing. It's, Toledo's a special place to me. I've put a lot of time and energy in here, as not only as the head coach, but as an assistant coach before that. I've had a lot of great players that have come through here that have impacted my career in a positive way, many of them which were here tonight. So to have those guys back and them to be around, a special feeling all the way around. You know, it's a great night for me and a great night for our team.
When you look at the roster you went to Mount Union with, how was today's performance indicative of the vision you had for the team?
Well, it's game 2. You know what I mean? We got a long way to go. I wanted to see great improvement from week 1 to week 2. I think I saw that in all 3 phases. You know, but we're going to watch the tape, and there's still going to be a lot of mistakes that need to be corrected. And, you know, I'm into, you know, as soon as I walk out of this room here to start preparing for the next one instead of celebrating this one, to be honest with you. So this is a long season. It's a marathon. You know, it's a grind. So you got to get back on the practice field and get right and have a great Sunday tomorrow and then try to replicate what we did today next week.
How long will you give yourself to celebrate breaking the record?
I'm already over that, so kind of moving on to what's next. So this is time doesn't wait for anybody when it comes on this thing. This is a week from today. There'll be another opponent here trying to beat you.
Time for one last question.
Just quickly, did you have like a week of practice this week where you thought like this sort of resounding win like could happen?
Explain kind of what you mean.
I don't know, like was it like, oh man, like this is like such a great week of practice. I mean, I think we're gonna, you know, go out there and just execute and
Yeah. I think I could feel improvement throughout the week. I feel like our mood in the locker room after Kentucky was one that would allow us to come back with enough humility to tell ourselves the truth on what we did wrong, fix those mistakes, and then go see if we can put it on tape. Now, you know, that doesn't guarantee you success. It doesn't guarantee you a win. Everybody's doing the same thing. Everybody's preparing. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. So ultimately, you play a really good team, you got to go beat them. I mean, they had an extra game. They've played 2 games. You know, that worried me a little bit because I felt like their consistency and their rhythm, especially offensively, was they were humming. You know what I mean? So I credit our defense for taking and sidetracking that rhythm and getting them out of their groove. And then credit, like I said, our guys up front for being able to establish a run game so we can, you know, not only control the line of scrimmage, but we can control the clock once we got a lead too.